So this weekend we are going to try something new. I had booked us in at Warsaw Caves Conservation Area. I was set to arrive pretty late as it was a good 3 hour drive, but as we were making our way out of Perth, my eyes started getting foggy and I was beginning to feel really uncomfortable sitting already. So I decided to make a quick decision to try and get a site at Sharbot Lake as it was coming up shortly. I just didn't feel like it was such a good idea to drive and make our way into a new campground in the dark when I was so tired. Not only were we able to get a site, but we got a premium waterfront site. It was absolutely perfect, and I just knew that I had made the right decision. We set up and took a walk around the campground before coming back and trying to make dinner. Dinner time. Tonight for dinner, we are having ramen. Thai lemongrass flavor. We needed something easy, quick, because we're getting in late. So, yeah, we'll see how this one tastes. The ramen was not a hit. The noodles were tough and they had a weird taste to them, and the broth was spicy but had like no flavor at the same time. I certainly did not taste any lemongrass. Didn't matter though, as I had enough snacks I could grab, and then I just sat and enjoyed the view and the starry night sky. It was amazing. The next morning, I was so happy to wake up to this spectacular view. I made coffee while Bo played with his ball in the water. I felt bad wasting last night's booking at the conservation area, but this spot was so perfect, I was in no rush to get going. Tis the season, and I don't care what anyone says. And we lost another ball because he likes to push it under rocks for some reason. Eventually, late morning, we did head off and finally arrived at our destination. And now we're on our way to the conservation area in the daylight, where it is a lot more traffic, so it's a little slower going. But I feel like I can make the drive. I don't feel tired because we actually slept really well last night too. It was cool and it was quiet and it was just, yeah, it was good. So I think I made the right decision, and we'll just now go and settle in at our next campsite, next by the caves. We would only be like kind of getting out there to explore right now anyways, so it's not like I'm losing a ton of time at this park. I mean, it did end up costing me a little more because I now paid for 2 campsites for one night, but I still think it's worth it. And it's a note to self, let's not do these very much more often. 3-hour drives in the fall. I can do them in the spring because it stays lighter longer. And I don't know, there's just something different about the spring as opposed to the fall. But the fall, it gets dark way too quickly and it's not good. Upon seeing our site, I was glad I had made the decision to get here in the daylight, as I'm sure I would have had a lot of trouble trying to figure out a flat spot in the dark. And with that tree in the middle of the site, not so good. The site was really nice though, and I was very happy with the setup once we were settled in. We didn't stay long though, as we made our way out to one of the hikes. We strolled through the enchanted forest along the limestone plains loop trail. There were lots of mushrooms and views and interesting rocks to grab our attention along the way. first sight, I was hoping to be able to rest after our 7 kilometer walk, but the group next to us was making that very difficult. They basically turned their site into a club. The music was loud, and they were even louder as they sang and cheered along with it. It sucked so much because the site was so nice, and I was really looking forward to being able to chill and watch the chipmunks running around. Is this a normal experience for conservation areas? The loud partying? I don't know. This is our first time at a conservation area, and so far, I love the area. It's beautiful. Um, the hike was great, but this is ridiculous. So those women and that music, they basically have a whole dance club going on in their site with a few people from other sites too. So I think there's a large group of them. Like, if you're gonna drink and party and all you want to do is drink and dance, why don't you just go to a bar? I don't know why you have to bring that shit here, but they did. So we're gonna do the caves, and then if we go back and it's still like that, we will head home because I can't do it. So we can enjoy our sight and sit and chill. So we are going to go do the caves, and if we can't chill when we get back, we will be leaving. The trail was just as nice as the first, and we enjoyed even better views of the river and meandering over all the rocks. This one's even better. It's pretty cool. Oh my god, I'm tired. When we got back to our site, the party was still in full force and I was fed up. So we packed up and we left. I didn't see anyone working in the park except the young guy at the front gate, so the hope of the no excessive noise rule being enforced was not there, and the women showed no indication that they were going to slow down as they opened another bottle of wine. It sucks leaving early yet again, especially since I was enjoying the park itself, but I just cannot handle listening to such an excessive amount of noise. This is one reason I go camping in the first place, is to get away from that kind of thing. We still enjoyed our time at the park, away from our site and our night at Sharbot Lake, so not all was lost. We still have 4 more camping weekends coming up in October, and they are sure to be much better. I am still hopeful we will end our season on a good note.